Quentin Beck frames Peter Parker for his murder and reveals Parker's identity as Spider-Man. Parker, his girlfriend Michelle, MJ, Jones Watson, best friend Ned Leeds, and Aunt May are interrogated by the Department of Damage Control. Lawyer Matt Murdock gets Parker's charges dropped, but the group grapples with negative publicity. After Parker, MJ, and Ned's MIT applications are rejected, Parker goes to the New York Sanctum to ask Stephen Strange for help. Strange starts casting a spell that would make everyone forget Parker is Spider-Man. But it is corrupted when Parker repeatedly requests alterations to let his loved ones retain their memories, ultimately causing Strange to contain the spell to stop it. At Strange's suggestion, Parker tries to convince an MIT administrator to reconsider the applications of MJ and Ned, but is attacked by Otto Octavius. Octavius rips nanotechnology from Parker's iron spider suit, which bonds with his mechanical tentacles and allows Parker to control them. As Norman Osborn arrives and attacks, Strange teleports Parker back to the Sanctum and locks Octavius in a cell next to Kurt Connors. Strange explains that the corrupted spell summoned people from other universes within the multiverse who know Spider-Man's identity. He orders Parker, MJ, and Ned to find and capture them. They locate and retrieve Max Dillon and Flynn Marko at a military research facility. Osborn reclaims control of himself from his split green goblin personality and destroys the goblin mask. He goes to a FBAST building, where May comforts him before Parker retrieves him. While discussing their battles with Spider-Man, Osborn, Octavius, and Dillon realize they were pulled from their universes just before their deaths. Strange prepares to reverse the contained spell and send the villains back to their respective universes. But Parker argues that they should first cure the villains of the insanity that would lead to their deaths, to possibly change their fates upon their return. When Strange refuses, Parker steals the spell, traps Strange in the mirror dimension, and, with May, takes the villains to Happy Hogan's apartment, where he uses Stark Industries technology to cure Octavius. Before Parker can cure anyone else, his spider sense goes off. He then realizes that the Goblin persona has retaken control of Osborn, who convinces the uncured villains to betray Parker. As Dillon, Marko, and Connors escape, the Goblin fatally injures May. Before she dies, May tells Parker that, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Ned discovers that he can create portals using Strange's sling ring, which he and MJ use to try to locate Parker. They instead find alternate versions of Parker from the villains' universes who were also summoned by Strange's spell and who are nicknamed Peter 2 and Peter 3. The group finds this universe's Parker, nicknamed Peter 1, who is ready to give up and send the villains home to die. The alternate Parkers share stories of losing loved ones and encourage Peter 1 to fight in May's honor, and the three Parkers develop cures for the villains. The group lure Dillon, Marko, and Connors to the Statue of Liberty. Peter 1 and Peter 2 cure Connors and Marko, while Octavius arrives to help cure Dillon, and Ned frees Strange from the mirror dimension. The Goblin appears and unleashes the contained spell, which breaks apart the barriers between universes, pulling in countless others who know Parker's identity. Strange attempts to hold them off while an enraged Peter 1 tries to kill the Goblin. Peter 2 stops him, but gets stabbed by the Goblin. Peter 3 helps Peter 1 inject the Goblin with his cure, restoring Osborn's sanity. Peter 1 realizes that the only way to protect the multiverse is to erase Peter Parker from everyone's memory and requests Strange to do so while promising MJ and Ned that he will find them again. Strange reluctantly casts the spell, and everyone returns to their respective universes, including Eddie Brock, C, who unknowingly leaves behind a piece of the Venom symbiote. 2 weeks later, Parker visits MJ to reintroduce himself, but he decides against it. While mourning at May's grave, he has a conversation with Hogan and is inspired to carry on, making a new suit.
Spider-Man No Way Home is a 2021 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Spider-Man. Co-produced by Columbia Pictures and Marvel Studios and distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. It is the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming, 2017, and Spider-Man Far From Home, 2019. And the 27th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. The film was directed by John Watts and written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers. It stars Tom Holland as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, alongside Zendaya, Benedict Cumberbatch, Jacob Batalon, Jon Favreau, Jamie Foxx, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Benedict Wong, Tony Revolori, Marissa Tomei, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. In the film, Parker asks Stephen Strange, Cumberbatch, to use magic to make his identity as Spider-Man a secret again following its public revelation at the end of Far From Home. When the spell goes wrong because of Parker's actions, the multiverse is broken open, which allows visitors from alternate realities to enter Parker's universe. A third MCU Spider-Man film was planned during the production of Homecoming in 2017. Negotiations between Sony and Marvel Studios to alter their deal, in which they produced the Spider-Man films together, ended with Marvel Studios leaving the project in August 2019. But a negative fan reaction led to a new deal between the companies a month later. Watts, McKenna, Summers, and Holland were set to return, and filming took place from October 2020 to March 2021 in New York City and Atlanta. No Way Home features several actors reprising their roles from non-MCU Spider-Man films directed by Sam Raimi and Mark Webb, including previous Spider-Man actors Maguire and Garfield. The involvement of both actors was the subject of wide speculation and numerous leaks despite the efforts of Sony, Marvel, and the cast to conceal their involvement. Spider-Man: No Way Home premiered at the Fox Village Theater in Los Angeles on December 13, 2021, and was theatrically released in the United States on December 17 as part of Phase 4 of the MCU. It received praise from critics for the story, direction, action sequences, emotional weight, performances, particularly those of Holland, Dafoe, Molina, Tomei, Garfield, and Maguire, and the cast's chemistry. The film grossed over $1.9 billion worldwide, surpassing its predecessor as the highest-grossing film released by Sony Pictures. It became the highest-grossing film of 2021, the sixth highest-grossing film of all time, the highest-grossing Spider-Man film, and set several other box office records, including those for films released during the COVID-19 pandemic. The film received a nomination for Best Visual Effects at the 94th Academy Awards, among numerous other accolades. An extended version of the film, subtitled the More Fun Stuff version, was theatrically released globally in September 2022. A sequel is in development,